Morning guys, Rory here from Your Golf Travel. Tiger Woods is back, baby! Yes, that's right, as I'm sure you'll have seen on social media and TV all over the place. Tiger Woods is back. I thought he was back in Bahamas though, and I think he's been back a few times before that too. But anyway, he's back on the PGA Tour, playing at Torrey Pines, one of his favourite golf courses. Now, I know this is going to frustrate a lot of people who think the media overdo it when it comes to Tiger, in terms of the amount of coverage he gets, particularly when the TV coverage is on the PGA Tour, but also on social media. Tiger Woods is definitely not the golfer he used to be. That much is clear because his 72 from the opening round last night was pretty scrappy. There was a lot of mistakes in there. The driver looked a bit ropey, not as bad as it has done in the past at times, but he was missing lots of greens as well, and it really was his short game that kept him in it. But I think the majority of golf fans think it's brilliant that he's back playing again, and hopefully he can just get through this event without any niggles in his back. It's kind of ironic that Tiger's back is being peddled in the headlines and it's his back that's the reason why he's back. A lot of backs in there. So yeah, people who don't like Tiger, maybe they should turn their TVs off for the next few days because we are going to be seeing a lot of him. I'm about to head into the office, and when I get there, I'm going to pick my 5 favourite Tiger Woods moments from his career thus far. Right guys, let's get cracking with these top Tiger Woods moments. So I'm going to start with the really obvious one, and that's the chip in at the 2005 Masters off the back of the 16th green. We've all seen it countless times, absolute gift to the marketing department over at Nike. Those boys must have been pretty happy when they saw that rolling in. And I think sometimes people forget that, apart from drama aside, with the ball hanging on the edge of the lip, I think people forget the reason why this is such a good shot is because it actually turned out to be ridiculously important in the context of the whole tournament. DeMarco's in there pretty close, putting uphill for birdie. Woods looked like he was making a bogey all day long, and then boom, chip rolls in, flips the situation on its head, and what looked like a 2-shot swing in DeMarco's favour, Woods actually just gained another shot on him. And in the end, that tournament Woods won in a playoff, so he really needed that to drop in the grand scheme of things, which is what makes that shot and that moment so special. I've actually stood in the exact spot Tiger hit that shot from as well. I think it was on my first trip in 2015 to Augusta with Mark Crossfield. We head down to the left-hand side of the 16th green to have a look where he played the shot from. And to be honest with you, like most handicap golfers, I would never be getting up and down, so the fact that he chipped it in under such intense pressure was pretty special. I actually remember running in from a mate's barbecue. We were all kind of sat in the back garden. I popped in to check the score, and that shot was just rolling in. Needless to say, I didn't rejoin my friends for a couple of hours after that, which was a little bit awkward. Right, back inside, and time for number 2 on the list. This one's a bit more personal for me because I was actually there at the scene of the crime. So back in 2006, the World Golf Championships came to the UK. Venue was the Grove in Hertfordshire, which is not too far away from where I was living at the time. I was back with my parents at that age because I was kind of in between university back home. And I was lucky enough to get tickets for all 4 days of the tournament. And the first 2 days, Thursday, Friday, it was really odd for such a big event. There actually weren't that many people there, so trying to follow around Tiger at the peak of his powers probably wasn't that easy to do. But those first 2 days, I had a front row seat for lots of it. That tournament ended up winning by 8 shots, so again I was really lucky to see Tiger up close and personal, absolutely destroying a world-class field. I do remember on the 18th, which is actually usually the 9th, but they had it as the 18th that week, but anyway, that's spinning off on a tangent. He, I think, was the only player in the field to hit the green in 2 all week long.
Just stop, come on.
That's it, Lockie.
Yeah. I'm going to eagle it like my mate Woods.
Yeah, you could get this easily. We'll start it right and flail it a bit.
Die in the right spot.
Over there, but it'll be fine, chipping and putting.
Easily,
Subject to lies. Your mate Woods, eh? Eagle-tastic.
Yeah.
I wonder if he said I eagled my face as well, his mates.
Goat.
The first 3 days he actually went eagle, 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 and then I think he lipped out for eagle on the Sunday. So if you're ever playing the Grove, make sure when you're playing a 9th long uphill par 5, you check out there are 3 different plaques in the fairway, and they're the spots from which he hit his approach shots into that hole during that week. test your own game out against his, because I've had to go from those spots and I couldn't get anywhere near the green. That was a funny week for me as well, because it's the first time my whole life that I got properly starstruck. The incident came, well, actually no, I'll tell you about the story from the scene of the crime itself.
You won by about 9 or 10 shots.
Yeah, he stormed it when he played, and we're talking Tiger. Rory actually got to watch Tiger around here. Did you touch him?
When no one was looking, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
No, actually there was one bit where I was walking between a green and a tee. There's no one else around. He was walking, he would just walk straight past me here with no other people near me.
Yeah.
I just pooped myself and I just went,
oh, Ray, did you like you felt
starstruck, properly starstruck.
Yeah, like I'm not worthy.
Correct.
Like, have you seen me putt? I can't look at you, Tiger. I putt awfully.
Yeah. I'm not qualified to look at you.
So there we go, number 2 on my list, The Grove, 8-shot win at a World Golf Championship, starstruck. Time for lunch. So next on the list, if there was ever a tournament that signalled that Tiger at the turn of the millennium had stolen a march on his competitors, was the 2000 US Open at Pebble Beach. Writing was kind of on the wall after the second round when he led by 6. Come Saturday evening, lead was 10, and then of course he went on to win the tournament, firing a 67 in the final round to win by 15 shots. Only player under par for the week, he finished on -12, I believe. Jimenez was second on 3 over par. So those kinds of scores and the gap between him and the rest, that's never really seen in golf, and it hadn't been seen before. It's not really supposed to happen. And you can kind of tell what all the other players were thinking. I've got a little quote from Ernie Els here, and it's taken just after the end of the Sunday round when he actually played with Tiger. It says, whatever I say is going to be an understatement. It seems like we're not playing in the same ballpark right now. By the looks of things, his competitors didn't really know what had hit them. And as well as winning by 15, he also set a new scoring record for the US Open. Not that surprising really with those kind of numbers. Previous record had been held by Ben Hogan. I think it was set in like 1940s, 1948, something like that, at 8 under par. So the absolute gulf between those two scores is massive. And also don't forget that this was the first leg of the Tiger Slam. Right, I'm going to chow down some pizza before I go back to the office. Right, back to the office, got a little bit of copywriting to do, then going to talk more about Tiger later on this afternoon. So next on the list, kind of a natural progression from the last one, is the 2000 Open Championship at St Andrews. This is a tournament where you could really sense some momentum building for Tiger, and it was kind of like, how the hell do we beat this guy? Course, iconic course just like Pebble Beach, and he ran out an 8-shot winner this time. Second leg of the Tiger Slam. He obviously then went on to win at the PGA, I think Valhalla, and then the Masters the following year, to hold all 4 majors at the same time. And that 8-shot win, I seem to remember when Tiger was going up the 18th, you had huge crowds, as they do at the Open, absolutely flocking in behind him on the fairway, jumping over the burn. The kind of scenes we've seen before at major championships, but you could sense that something really special was in the offing. Tiger had to hold about an 8-footer on the last par that year, and that was actually to set a new record in relation to par. I think he shot 19 under par, which had never been done in a major championship before. That's obviously since been bettered by Jason Day and Henrik Stenson. But it was just one part of a massive story that was just building and building and building, and it just couldn't have happened at a more iconic place than St Andrews. So that's why that Sunday afternoon, I was sat at home watching on TV as a little kid, makes my list. Right, I'm off for a meeting, and the best thing about me choosing the meeting venue is I don't really like doing them in the office, so back here again, a bit more golf on TV. So 5th and final moment on my list of top 5 for Tiger was at the 2010 Ryder Cup at Celtic Manor. Now, people who know the story know that this is quite soon after all of Tiger's really messy private life stuff came to the public attention. So he arrived at Celtic Manor in the Ryder Cup under completely the wrong kind of scrutiny. Everyone was questioning his position as world #1 and could his game, because he had a bit of a break between mid-2009 and this Ryder Cup. was his game going to hold up under pressure? He did alright in certain matches, and then obviously it came to Sunday singles when he played against Francesco Molinari. Now, Francesco played really great on the day actually. He actually went 2 up through 2, and then it was kind of vintage Tiger Woods. At certain points in his career he's had that ability to just like flick a switch, and I think he went 10 under par through the next 12 holes. So despite the fact that Molinari played okay on the day, he lost 4 and 3, including Tiger holding out for eagle on the 12th. Kind of felt a little bit sorry for him really. That match kind of reminded me of the Stephen Ames incident at the WGC match play, but we won't go into too much detail on that one because that's really embarrassing. Just popping back into the office now to kind of put this video together, and then tonight I'm going to shoot off and watch Tiger play it more at Torrey Pines. So yeah, there we go guys, that's my personal top 5 Tiger Woods moments. As you can probably imagine, they all kind of coincide with tournaments I've either been at live or been watching on the TV. So there are way too many to mention in a comprehensive Tiger Woods best moments video. But please do post down below which ones you've enjoyed the most over the course of his career. As always, subscribe to the Golf Travel channel, hit that like button. And again, as always, I'm going to post the links to the courses I've mentioned in this video in the description. If you fancy playing them, just click on those links, and I'll see you guys soon.